If you're tired of seeing so many other people reach their goals whilst you stagnate and you feel like it's never going to be you, then keep watching because this video is for you. How are we? I'm Will Russ, a personal trainer and online fitness coach, a former professional footballer. On a bit of a technicality, you might say. I didn't actually make a first team appearance, but I signed a pro contract for 3 years, so I'm going to take it. I'm here to simplify the complicated fitness industry for everyday people like you and me. Today I'm going to be going over one of the most frustrating traits that I see so commonly in people, and it might be the thing that's limiting your progress. But before we begin, if you're genuinely serious about losing some body fat, I know summer's approaching, so you want to get that dream body, that beach body, then you need to sign up to my free fat loss crash course. It's an email a day for a week straight, so 7 emails, where you'll get a snippet of information that's going to help accelerate your fat loss journey so that you can be leaner, healthier, and happier. You need to stop playing the victim. Too many people nowadays have a victim mindset, and it's the reason you believe you can't do stuff, is because you constantly tell yourself, oh, I can't do that because of this. I can't do this because of that. A lot of the time you probably haven't even given it a go, and there's always someone in a worse situation than you achieving your goals. So what I mean by that is you might have 2 kids, and then maybe you're a single parent. You work full time, and you're like, well, how can I get to the gym? How can I track my calories? How can I do all of these things to lose the 10 kilos that I want to use, if that was your goal, as an example? But there's a single parent out there with 4 kids who works 2 jobs, and they've lost 10 kg. So they've achieved your goal because it was their goal as well, but they've got double the amount of kids as you, and they've got an extra job on top of yours. Now, that's not me saying that your situation is completely irrelevant just because someone else has got it bad. We're allowed to have our own problems, but my point is, if they can do it and they found a way, then you should be able to find a way too. Except we don't do that as a society. We sit here and say, I've got a load of problems, I'm not doing it. And it's like, all right then, but then you'll continue to moan about it. How does that make sense? You can't keep moaning about the problem, but then not trying to find or work towards a solution or implement a solution that you might have been given by someone else. Someone out there has always got a worse situation than you, but they're still out there achieving, okay? That is not me saying that your situation isn't valid and that your problems, your stresses, anything like that isn't valid. It 100% is, but we can manage those things. We can manage those things and allow it to continue to work towards our goals, whatever they might be. And if that means you have to lean on other people to get some help, then that might be the case. We all can't do it by ourselves, Sometimes that's why people hire someone like me to help them kind of structure their lives and show them what they need to do. That's why people might pay for a babysitter. That's why people might work different types of shifts, so the shift work they do might allow them to reach their personal goals. There's ways of going about it. And I know sometimes, because it's valid, like I've said, we can blame how we were brought up, or we can kind of just sit in our sorrows a little bit about whatever life's thrown at us, especially if you've had a crap like year or 6 months or week or day or whatever it is, whatever time frame. It can be hard to be like, all right, get up and go and do something. It can be hard to do that, Like even me, who I'd like to say I've got a decent mentality, decent mindset, and I'd like to say I'm quite good at being like, all right, I've got shit going on, but I need to get this stuff done as well, and then I'll deal with that stuff at a different time, That's not me putting it to the back of my mind. It's just me saying, look, I've got problems, I'll fix those problems, but I'm not going to let those problems affect my goals, my work, my relationships. I still find it tough, and there's times, my girlfriend will tell me, she always lets me know, where I've had a bit of a crap day at work, or I've had a crap gym session, or someone flipped me off in traffic, I'll come home and I'm a bit like, I might be a bit quiet, or I'm a bit like arsey, and she'll ask me a question and I'll kind of be like, I'll snap at her a little bit, but then she'll call me out, she's fair enough, then I'll be like, you know what, I just had a bit of a fucking shit moment there, a bit of a crap day or a crap week or whatever the thing is. And then you talk about it, you get over it, and then obviously you can move on. So I'm not saying you can't have those moments, those days, those weeks, those months, those years where stuff's just going bad all the time. But the analogy I always like to use is if you've got person A, person B, they both grew up with an alcoholic parent. Person A is now an alcoholic because his parent was an alcoholic. Person B has never drank alcohol in his life because his parent was an alcoholic. You've got two people with the exact same starting position, but two completely different outcomes. One's allowed it to affect him negatively, and then one's allowed him to push on and then have a positive impact. So you do the same stuff. If you've had a crap situation, let's deal with it, and then let's move on and work on something positive, whether that be your personal goals or whatever the case is, okay? Don't let bad shit ruin future progress. And lastly, stop giving up before you've even tried. If you've got goals, as long as you're willing to work towards them, then give it a go. Like, give it a go. So I'll be up front and I'll kind of expose myself a little bit here. I'm doing these YouTube videos. I've been posting on social media. I built up a really good in-person business, yeah, nice and stable, which I'm thankful to all my clients for. I'm trying to grow my online side of my business now, so I'm trying to get more online clients. I'm trying to boost my personal brand, grow a social media following. That's why I'm posting regularly on YouTube. That's why I'm sending out emails all the time. That's why I'm posting regularly every day on Instagram. Some days, some months, I don't see lots of benefits. I might not get any inquiries. The views on some of my videos might be down. The engagement on some of my videos might be down. Some people might not open my email. And it makes me feel a bit crap, yeah? And it makes me feel like giving up. But I'm going to keep on pushing through, because when I said to myself at the start of growing my online side of my business, I said, look, you've got to give it a go. You've got to give it a proper try, okay? And in my opinion, a proper try is 1, 2, 3 years. So let's say I've made a YouTube video every week for 3 years. I've posted every day on Instagram for 3 years, and nothing's happened in terms of my online side of my business. Yeah, it hasn't grown any more than it already is. Then I think that's a pretty good try. And then I'll probably knock it on the head. Yeah, but at least I've given it an actual goal. If you're trying to lose weight or whatever your goal is, tracking your calories for a day or doing 10K steps on one day of the week is not giving it a go. Do it for 3 months, do it for 6 months, do it for 12 months, yeah? And 99% of the time, I bet you'll actually make the progress that you want, if not more. Just like if I post every week for 3 years on YouTube, every day on Instagram for 3 years on YouTube, it seems like a long time, but I guarantee it's gonna work, yeah? I'm 99% sure of it, okay? So I'm gonna keep on doing it, because the people that I want to be like and the social media following that I aspire to have, this is how other people have done it. There isn't a shortcut. Stop giving up before you tried. Give it a proper good go. Like I said at the start of the video, like I mentioned at the start of the video, if you genuinely want to lose weight, then you need to sign up to my free Fat Loss Crash Course. It's an email series for a week straight. It's a little gem of information, personally written by myself. It takes about 90 seconds to read in each email, and it's going to accelerate your fat loss progress, yeah? And then beyond that as well. So not only are you going to make more progress in the short term, but it's also going to be sustained progress for the long term. You can follow me on Instagram. All the details, so everything I mentioned here is in the description below. So follow me on Instagram. Like I've mentioned, I post on there every day. I post a few times a day on my stories. If you'd like to reach out, you got any questions or anything like that, or you just want to see what I'm up to, that's the best place to get in contact with me or see what I'm doing on a day-to-day basis. YouTube, if you haven't, please like the video, leave a comment, I'll get back to you. Subscribe and then hit the bell notification thing that basically notifies when I next upload. But if you don't want to do that because you're a bit of an arse, yeah, and you just, I don't know why you wouldn't, it's free, innit? I post 6 p.m. every Sunday. on YouTube. So just come back for the next video next week. Lastly, this has been a little bit more of a longer format video than I put on my Instagram. But if you like some of the stuff on my Instagram, you might have come over and watched my YouTube. Now you've watched my YouTube, you might have done my free fat loss crash course, and you thought, you know what, Will, that was amazing. I wonder what I'd get if I paid you. Yeah? Because if you think the free stuff I give out is good, then imagine if you dip in your pocket and pay me. How good's that going to be? So, actually, if you're interested in that, then you can book in a call below. Again, links in the description. And then that will allow us to talk about what your goals are, how I can potentially help you. If I feel I can't help you, then I'll just push you in the right direction. Bye for now.